Okay, so here's the thing about my series. I updated two of the characters actually. So I just knew something about Allison's character wasn't perfect. I mean, she still is a good character, don't get me wrong, but I decided to change her character up by updating her character traits and her character design a bit. And I decided to make her brother the same age as her. 13, yes. So now they're both 13. Wait, Rainbow, how do you explain that one episode where Lewis accidentally puts Jocelyn and Duncan's house on fire? You know, when he was littler. Well, I deleted it. I deleted it because it wouldn't make any sense as I age Lewis up. And I don't know, Lewis is Duncan and Jocelyn's future kid for when Duncan and Jocelyn are adults. I love their character designs, by the way. It's given golden. I love all my character designs. Yeah, so speaking of character designs, I have been making a lot of gacha characters lately by taking inspiration from fan art, and I've just been very creative lately with those character designs, especially with the Total Drama ones. The Total Drama ones especially, because I love all my Total Drama character designs. Even though my series isn't Total Drama related, it's a crossover series with different characters from different shows, and just characters I made up, and with even characters that are based off my real friends are in it, and it's just so creative and something I love to do for fun. Just look at these glorious designs of these characters from Total Drama. Yes, I'm so glad that I redesigned them because I really don't like using the fresh TV designs at all. So I gave them different clothes each episode for my series, since I think I want it to be a little more realistic, and I think it would make sense if they change clothes, because if they wear the same clothes, that's so boring, you know? And I think their outfits from Total Drama are so boring and cliche, and especially 2007 ones, so 2007ish. So I mean, I like Julia's and everything, but Julia's is kind of plain and boring. I forgot which one is the best design. I really don't know which design I like the best, but oh my gosh, I changed them and I'm so glad I did, because I love their designs so much. Some of them are even based off fan art I saw. And as you can see, I redesigned Courtney as a grown-up, and I gave her a cute little outfit. I made her hair all cute. I gave her highlights. She looks so cute. I think her fresh TV design is really boring and dull, so I changed it. But I also think the fresh TV design did a good job of representing her character. No, I'm not saying I think Courtney's boring and dull, because she's a really interesting character. She brings drama to the show, and her character just very interesting. I'm saying that I think it suits her character because her character is she takes things too seriously. She's professional, she's bossy, she's professional, and she wants to be, at least. And she takes competition way too seriously, and she takes business seriously. That's why she's always dressed like a businesswoman in Total Drama, because that's why I think her fresh TV design suits her. But anyways, as I was saying, as you noticed, I had deleted 2 episodes from my Heroes Assemble spin-off series. I wouldn't call it a feature series, since I know that this is supposed to happen in the future of my series, the events in the spin-offs supposed to happen in the future of my series when the characters get older, much older, not old, but adults in their 30s, with their children, but this is just a spin-off series that's gonna happen in the future of my series, but I'll just call it Ruby's Adventures. So in this series, Ruby's Adventures, I deleted 2 episodes because 1, it didn't make any sense. 2, I just threw anything in one of the episodes that I thought was interesting, but it was based off of My Little Pony episode, and I want it to be more original. I need fresh ideas, and it's kind of obvious who's going to be the antagonist anyway, based off how similar those 2 characters were, Cozy Glow and Fiore. And I gave Fiore a completely different look, but I thought the idea was too cliche by having it be just like the My Little Pony episode, and having to build it from there. No, what they already gonna know is gonna happen in most of my fancy My Little Pony. I know it's gonna happen too, and that's gonna make me lose motivation if you get that feeling where like the idea is so unoriginal. I already know what's gonna happen. Don't get me wrong, I do come up with a lot of good ideas. I'm very creative. Most of my ideas are original, but I just threw Fury in there and I somehow give her powers, and it was just like so much. It doesn't make any sense. Like, how did Fury even get powers? And her parents were supposed to be completely different in the series, not Heather and Alejandro, because I don't know why I didn't make Heather and Alejandro parents. I feel like it makes sense if they were her parents, even though yes, Fury is a brat. I get it, she's a brat, she's manipulative, just like Heather and Alejandro. But I know that Heather has changed my series, and Heather is no longer like that. She's not mean anymore. She still is sarcastic, and she's still an icon, but she's just not mean anymore. Yes, she can be mean to the antagonists and to mean characters. She has a mean way of standing up for herself. Not an aggressive way, but like, you know, like in a Heather way, if you know what I mean. But she's changed. She got character development. She even saved her friends in that one Alejandro episode. But I was thinking about it would make more sense to make Fury her daughter anyway. But let's just say, you know how this Adventure Camp, which I don't watch anymore, I don't watch this Adventure Camp anymore, but I just noticed because I seen one of the episodes where Fury said that her parents don't like her or something like that. So I was thinking, like, what if she had parents who loved her and cared for her? She wouldn't turn out to be a brat. Maybe she would be a little bratty, but in my series, Fury, I'm gonna make Fury a completely different character. I'm gonna make her smart, talented, sarcastic, a little bratty, chaotic, selfish at times, kind of like Little Loud, but deep down she's kind, gloaty, independent, well balanced, and very, very sassy. And that is her character traits in my series. Now, Fury will be the daughter of Alejandro and Heather, and not just a random character with superpowers. Yes, I know that Heather doesn't have any in my series, and Alejandro got his taken away a long time ago for being a manipulative villain, so Fury will have no powers. And yes, I will make her a little bratty too. And she will be the younger sister of Valentine, who's also had an Alejandro future kid. And Valentine's actually based on a character from a series I watch on YouTube called Don't Ask Why. It's very funny. I think you guys should check it out. Also, another thing I changed in my series called Ruby's Adventure is Allison, the character Allison. I originally made her and Ruby best friends, but I think Ruby's best friend should be another OCMA named Candy, who is the daughter of Henry and Kat Valentine. Henry from Henry Danger and Kat Valentine from Notorious, who are the same age in my series, but Kat's a few months younger. And by Kat, I mean Kat from season 1 Kat only, not the Kat who became a child. Yes, I only ship season 1 Kat of Henry, and I'm so happy because my best friend ships it too. We're literally both obsessed with the ship. Anyways, I changed Allison, I changed her name, and I made her character based more on Missy. And I kind of wanted her to be like, you know, this character who loves causing chaos, this sassy girl who wants to be independent, who can be very sneaky, you know, a bit rebellious, but not too rebellious to the point where, you know, she goes to juvie or nothing like that, but just like to the point where like she steals a truck, tries away with it, and you know, if she gets upset, something like that. And I changed her name because I think Velvet would be a cuter name, since her eyes are red like Jocelyn's. Yes, I'm naming her Velvet. Also, her favorite color, red. I know, it was obvious. And her character is based off Missy from Young Sheldon. And I changed Allison's character. I mean, I'm not going to call her Allison no more because that's not her name. I changed Velvet's character to sassy, sarcastic, intelligent, and emotional, kind-hearted, but sneaky character named Velvet. She's athletic too. And Velvet loves having fun, especially with her friends at a party, or especially if it means doing something to the extreme. She likes to take extreme lengths, even if that means joining the washouts. And that was just an example, because the washouts from My Little Pony are not in my series. I just gave a little example there. She's confident and kind-hearted. She also has a twin brother named Louis. Oh, and those deleted episodes, just pretend that the deleted ones never happened. And the reason why I deleted the Halloween ones, because Louis and Velvet are the same age. They are fraternal twins, actually, in my series. Now Q&A follow-up. Question from SpongeBob Pony Girl. Now my favorite color is pink, light pink. And my favorite Sonic ship is, I don't know if this counts, but it's Rainbow Dash X Sonic. Yes, I know it's a crossover ship, but it's my favorite ship of all time from Sonic. But if you mean just Sonic ship and Sonic ship only, it would be Son Amy. And yes, I love Bonnie's Adventures. I binge watched that series. I love it so much. And as for Courtney in my series, she's gotten a lot of character development. She's changed over time, and she's became an achiever and a determining, confident leader. I really would love to do more stories with Courtney, but I need more ideas for that to develop her character a lot more. And then there's Heather. In my series, when Heather grows up, she actually becomes a writer. She wrote her own book called The World According to Heather, but in my version of the book, it's actually since Heather changed in my series, and since she became nicer, her book is actually a lot more nicer and fascinating. And she actually started her own show called The World According to Heather from her perspective. Well, thank you for watching. Bye!